welcome in. I just had 10 minutes before my last and final meeting starts of the day. I haven't finished work yet. Welcome in if you're new here. My name's Charlotte. Today we are doing a 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. I had to really think about what I was saying then. It's been a while since I've done one of these, to be honest, because my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 hasn't been very interesting for the last couple of months. I've been working really hard outside of my day job as well, so it's just been a lot of evenings in, a lot of sat in front of the computer. I decided to have a bit more of a varied week this week, and I've got some interesting things later on in the week happening. So I thought I'd take you along with me. I know everyone always quite likes these vlogs. I quite like filming them, to be fair. Keeps my evening nice and interesting. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, of course. I always do a little bit of context at the start in case this is your first time seeing my videos. So you've probably all heard this 1,000 times. It's probably a little bit boring, but welcome in. My name is Charlotte. I am a part-time content creator or influencer, and then I have a day job as well. In my 9 to 5 day job, I'm a personal assistant. I do that 4 days a week and I do long days. So it's almost full time, but just like 3 hours off. I do a hybrid work schedule. So I work some days from home, some days in the office, keeps things varied, and then I squeeze in all like my content stuff around that. So I do YouTube, I do a bit of Instagram now, I'm starting to do a bit of Instagram, and I do TikTok as well. But I've been working from home today, got about 45 minutes till the end of the day, but I thought I'd hop on and do my intro now because at 5 o'clock when I finish, I have my bi-weekly call with my social media manager, Lana. We do like a check-in when I'm working from home every other Monday, just to have a chat. I'll be shutting one laptop and opening another. So I thought I'd come in and say hello and introduce the video so that you had a bit more context. I've got a quick short little meeting right before the end of the day at my day job, so I'm gonna leave you in a second and go do that. Nothing too heavy, thankfully. And then once I've done my meeting with Lana, I will do a proper check-in with you and say hello and we'll catch up. I haven't done one of these videos since August, so it's been a while, so I quite like them because it's a bit of a longer video to do. And I guess the aim of these videos is often to show you how I balance or sometimes don't balance like the 2-job element of my life. And just a bit of an evening routine type of thing, you know. I'm quite an organised person, I have to be, I think. But it's just to show you like a realistic look into what my week is like, what my life is like. It's literally only 4:15 and it's already pitch black. I've got all of the curtains shut and like all my cozy lighting on. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'll be back just after 5. I'm gonna make a hot drink. I think I've got a few minutes to do that. So I'll see you when I finish. Oh, you're a bit far away, aren't you? Shall I zoom you in? That's better, isn't it? Hello, it is 5:35. I finished work, I finished my call. I realised I didn't really set up to film my call like I was planning to, so I only got the tail end of it. How was my day? My day was okay, actually. Very bog standard for a Monday. I got quite a lot done. I've been working from home. I've had a lot of like Sunday scaries lately. Work has been really busy and I've been working so much. Doug's out tonight playing snooker. I'm really hungry. My dinner's in the oven. I put it in a while ago. I'm having a jacket potato, so I put it in just before I finish work. Been in like an hour maybe. I put it in about 4:30. Very cold outside. It's feeling very November. I've made a delicious drink, really nice and warming. I think it's because I've been working from home and I haven't had that many meetings today, so I'm feeling a bit like keyed up still from finishing work. You know, when you just feel like you still have a lot of energy and it feels like a bit frantic. Maybe frantic's a bit of an over exaggeration, but I just feel like work mode still like a bit locked in. So I haven't filmed one of these in ages because basically when it got to September, I said to myself, in terms of content creation and like influencing and stuff, I just said to myself, you're gonna like really, for lack of a better phrase, lock in until the end of the year, and you're gonna work really hard and you're gonna get all your content scheduled and you're gonna get everything like ahead of schedule. You're gonna post really consistently on all of your platforms. I have another project that I've taken on that I can't really discuss too much at the moment, but you're just gonna work really, really hard for the rest of the year to see where it can get you. And that's what I've been doing, which means a lot of my evenings look like logging off and starting work straight away, straight into video editing, straight into planning, straight into scheduling. And obviously in September I was like, yeah, loving this new sense of renewed energy. And then it got to October and I was flagging a bit. I was feeling very tired. I will say I've been sleeping very well because I've been working so hard, but like all my spare time has been used to editing, video planning, to filming. Obviously now it's winter, I have less daylight filming hours and I prefer to film all of my long form content in daylight where possible. Obviously this is the exception because it's like very at home, but I don't have like very good lighting even with the mood lighting at home. And yeah, I started really feeling it in about October. And I know I'm one of those people that like really is anti like hustle culture, grind culture. But I think because I set this very short time frame in my head of working really, really hard, I feel comfortable with it knowing that there's an end point in sight and it's the end of the year. I will say I do feel like it's going really well. I have all my content planned to the end of the year for both platforms, which actually is a huge relief off my chest. I've got a little calendar on my iPad that I've been like scribbling on and it really helps me to see everything out visually. Sometimes I I get a bit overwhelmed with like an abundance of footage and you can't see the wood for the trees. I've been really disciplined with how I'm going to spend my evenings. So each night before I like go to bed, I think, what am I going to do tomorrow evening? And in winter, my social life tends to tail off a little bit. So I don't have like a huge social life anyway, but it's easier for me to stay in because the weather's so bad. So that's why I haven't filmed any 5 to 9s. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. And I know it's not necessarily like healthy, but it is realistic. And that's what I always try to be with you. So I've been finishing at like 5 or 6 and then just working straight through till 9 or 10, eating dinner at my desk. My mind is like buzzing with ideas and awash with other things going on. It feels better to get everything off my mind and onto paper and like planning and stuff like that. But yeah, wild. It's been a very intense autumn season for me. And I don't like it because I've been feeling like time has been passing me by because I'm just kind of onto the next thing, onto the next thing. But I will say I'm in a very good place. And that's actually sadly included most of my weekends too. I have 3 days off. So I have a 3-day weekend. I don't work Friday to Sunday, but I use my Friday as a work day. I always have done. So I get up early, I film, I edit. I sometimes run some errands and do a bit of life admin, but I spend most of the day 9 till like 8 p.m. at least, treating it like a work day. And then I usually try squeeze in one extra content day on a weekend, if not both days. So I've been pretty non-stop. I think it's safe to say I've been pretty non-stop for the last 2 months, and I will be for the next month or so. It's very good to know that I have that form of discipline in me, which I didn't think I really did. And I say all that to say I'm giving myself the evening off. I think one thing that's really bothered me about this whole thing is that I haven't had the time to do the things I love, like my hobbies. So I haven't really been reading at the rate I would like to be reading. And I haven't really been playing Xbox like I usually do. I've not been doing like the fun bits. They've just taken the wayside. That hour that I would use for reading before bed, that's just gone to work. I edit during that hour now, and then I just shut that laptop and get straight into bed, and my head hits the pillow and I go to sleep. So I'm taking the evening off. I'm at a really good place. I am going to edit one video, I think, but that's a TikTok and that's really quick. So I will do that shortly. So yeah, I know what I'm going to do with my evening. I have a rough plan. It's quite boring, I think, if I just spend all 4 nights of the week working. Like, it's not interesting for you to see as well, like just time-lapse footage of me just like editing at my laptop. So I thought this is a good excuse as any in the name of work as well, relaxing in the name of work. I just wanted to sit down and check in with you all, and I hope your week is off to a good start or going well, depending on what day I upload this on. It's either going to be a Wednesday or a Sunday. I'm immediately like ravenously hungry, so I'm going to eat my dinner now. I'm going to have a really early dinner. Look what I've got, beans and vegan sausages. Do I have any American viewers that will be traumatized if I eat beans on a jacket? Oh, I'm wearing a brand new fleece. I shouldn't be doing this in this outfit. I'm going to pour these in the saucepan, and then I'm immediately going to just take off my top because I don't think this is a sensible idea. I'm not going to eat the whole can. I don't think I really want the whole can. I am quite hungry, but it's kind of almost too much. Right, let's take this off. Much better. Time to grate some cheese. Oh my God, we might be out of cheese. I fear if we're out of cheese, that's a devastating loss. We're not out of cheese, I found it. Right, let's build my jacket. Crispy as fuck. I could have gone a little bit longer, but it's too late. You've got a layer with a jacket potato. I've just been really craving this. I know it's such a bog standard meal, but like I never really eat these. It's just not something I really think about. Then cheese. The sausages with the beans is like something I used to eat growing up, and it's just like such a comfort food for me. I hate the top half of the beans. It's like not watery, but you know, it's like there's too much juice. But this is the only brand that does the one with the vegetarian sausages in it. More cheese on top. I'm not gonna have anything on the side because I don't want it. I'm gonna put the tin foil just on the top so it melts, because it's going to be molten lava, and I'm going to have a little clean up. Delicious and yummy and comforting. I'm taking this and I'm going to eat it on my coffee table, sat on the floor, and I'm going to watch Big Mouth, move my book and my external hard drive for some reason. I got a bit bored of Vampire Diaries. I probably will revisit it, but I got to like season 2 and then just kind of was over it. I was finding it hard to concentrate. So I've gone back to my usual watch show, and I always comfort watch between either Big Mouth or The Office, and I'm doing Big Mouth at the moment because it's quite funny, and I like to save The Office because it's been a while since I've watched it. I do have to have my hair up while I eat because otherwise I go insane. It just makes me feel a bit overstimulated sometimes. I have to like clip my fringe back too. Anyway, I'm not gonna make you watch while I eat this delicious jacket potato because quite frankly, I need a moment alone with it, but I'll come back. I finished my dinner and I forgot to say that basically on my lunch break today, I made a dough because I wanted to do some baking. I wanted to bake some biscuits this evening. I'm a very silly girl because do you know what I should have done? I should have rolled it out and then refrigerated it, but I wasn't thinking. I balled up my dough and then I just whacked it straight in the fridge for like 4 hours, and it's like rock solid, and I need to roll it out really, really thin. So I'm literally like breaking a sweat. I've just had the heating on as well. Been out of the fridge for a while now. But I also don't think I incorporated the butter properly. because I can see some chunks of butter in it. But basically I've got to roll this out to be like 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna take me ages, and then I'm gonna tell you what it is I'm baking, don't worry. I think I've just managed to roll it out enough, so I'm just gonna pop it back in the fridge because obviously now it's melted a bit. Basically it's like an Earl Grey biscuit dough, and I'm making like Linzer biscuits. Linzer just means the shape, I think. Linzer is like a sandwich biscuit with a hole in the top, you know, like a window biscuit, but it's got a biscuit base. I had some leftover lemon curd from Doug's mum's birthday cake, and I thought, what can I make? And I thought, oh, I can make a window biscuit with that. So I've done an Earl Grey biscuit dough. I infused the butter. I don't know if that was the right move. I feel like I probably should have blitzed up some loose leaf Earl Grey into the flour, but we'll see. I'm only doing a small batch because I'm going to take them into work tomorrow. I thought that would be a nice way to spend a bit of my evening. In the name of being sensible, before I get super comfy cozy, I am just quickly, really quickly gonna edit this TikTok that I said I would do. It's not for tomorrow, it's for Thursday. But if I can get it edited and scheduled, that would just help me out massively. I'm just trying to stay like 1 or 2 days ahead, if not a week ahead. I was a week ahead last week. I filmed an ad hoc one this morning, so I'm gonna just edit it now and get it scheduled in the name of preparation. It's gonna take me a matter of minutes. This is still hot, by the way. I made this like over an hour ago. This mug is really good at keeping things warm. Over an hour ago is an exaggeration, maybe an hour ago. It's one of those double walled ones. I didn't realize these actually keep things hot forever. Anyway, it is 6:21. I'll tell you what the time is when I'm done editing. Now, would you believe me if I told you it was bang on 6:30 and that's finished? I did it, and I'm just scheduling it to upload now. I'm just choosing a cover thumbnail. It was a really easy one, to be fair. That wasn't like a difficult one. It was like 3 minutes of footage, if that. It was a drinks tutorial on how to make a London fog, which is what I'm drinking, which is like a tea latte. It's like Earl Grey, vanilla, foamy milk. I've been drinking these a lot lately. They're just a really nice cozy winter drink. I use decaf as well, which is really nice. And I thought today, like, why don't I film it? So here I am uploading it. I'm gonna schedule that for Thursday morning, 8 AM. Wait, Thursday or Wednesday? I think Wednesday, not Thursday. I'm trying to upload every day on TikTok at the moment. I've uploaded every day for maybe the past 10 days, and I do sometimes take a break at weekends. If I haven't got content, I'm not gonna like force myself and make it a really unpleasant experience. I do find that TikTok rewards consistency. Okay, I lied, maybe like 8 days, 10 days that I skip a day here and there. And then before I get settled down for the evening, what I'm gonna do really quickly is just like pack up my lunch, do the washing up, get my stuff ready for work tomorrow, I think. The kitchen is clean. I kind of forgot I had these, so I just thought I'd preheat the oven and do them with you. I don't feel very optimistic about them, if I'm totally honest, because I didn't blend the dough properly. I can still see a few chunks of butter. Not sure that I rolled it thin enough in some areas, but let's just see what happens. I don't know whether to do heart or a star. These are like the little Linzer cookie molds that I was telling you about. So you do one back, one front. I think I might do the heart. I think the heart's cute. Oh, that's so cute. What could I do with that? This mold is like a bit off center, but that's what I get for buying a cheap mold. I'm listening to an audiobook at the moment. I'm giving them another go. I'm listening to Bound by Ali Hazelwood. I don't know if you know that one. I didn't realise she had done more than one fantasy book. I thought she'd just done the one that was called Mate. I don't remember what the first one was called. You know, the vampire werewolf one. This one's a bit shorter than the others, I think. I'm a bit off audiobooks at the moment. It's going okay. It's like easy enough to listen to. I think because it's quite a low time commitment, it makes it easier. But I'm not usually like a big romance person on audiobook. I find listening to smut scenes like quite difficult. I think probably just because it's not something that I'm used to, that I do a lot. I find it quite hard to like not find them cringy, but that's actually just more of a reflection on me than it is on the quality of the book. These little heart-shaped bits, I might just bake them because they're so cute. If this doesn't go well, by the way, I'm not going to give you the recipe. Sorry, I know that's a bit rude of me, but if it's not nice, there's no point recommending it, is there? I need like a palette knife really, really bad. This dough is very, very soft and it's hard, melting quite quickly. Definitely something to do with the fact that I didn't incorporate the butter properly, isn't it? I can chill them a bit, I think. I think what I'll do is I'll do another 2 rows of these. I'm gonna bake as is because it's becoming too soft to work with. I'm just gonna put these hearts on there. I'm gonna try 7 minutes. Let's see how it goes. It would help if I told you what Bound was about, didn't I? I realised I did all that talking about it and then didn't say anything. Bound is about a girl called Veril, or Vero, I think. She's into art history. She's at uni, as a lot of the heroines in Ali Hazelwood's books are, but she has a bit of a criminal past and she is basically like lured into some plot to do forgeries. She starts doing forgeries and then she gets approached by someone for like a really big job that's a bit shady and basically becomes like embroiled in that. But it has fantasy elements. It's like a forgery for like an ancient medieval text that she feels a bit stressed out by, but because of her art skills, only she has kind of the wherewithal to do it. One more roll and back in the fridge. That can go in the fridge like that now, and I'll do the second sheet in a bit. Anyway, the fantasy element is basically because the man that has assigned her to do this job, that has found her through mysterious means, there's a bit more to him than meets the eye. But I guess I'll leave you to find that out. It's doing okay so far. I went with an Ali Hazelwood because I feel like she has a pretty good formula for me. And although I kind of don't really enjoy her books as much as I used to, for me, her books are something I reach for when I don't know what I want to listen to or read. I just checked on the cookies and I think they've gone wrong, which never happens to me. No, I'm joking. I followed a recipe on TikTok, which to be honest, I don't normally do. If I follow a TikTok recipe, I will cross-reference it with like 3 or 4 other recipes, because if I'm completely honest, while there's a lot of like very talented people on TikTok, I've had more fails with TikTok recipes, baking and cooking, than I have like by actually researching them. So I saw this recipe and the flavour combination intrigued me and I kind of put my own twist on it. I stupidly didn't go cross-reference it with any other kinds of Linzer cookies. And basically, I say all this to say is that they have completely lost their shape and they are bubbling like crazy, which is not something that I would expect them to do. I know exactly why this is and I know exactly where I've gone wrong. I should have refrigerated the shapes before I put them in the oven, and also you didn't have to cream the butter and sugar together for this recipe, or the recipe that I followed. It just was like incorporate everything, which meant that there was big chunks of butter left in my pastry, in my biscuit dough, which means they've gone bubbly. So I'm probably not going to take them into work, but I might try and do like a round 2 this week. I think that might be fun if I do like a rescued attempt. I would literally just do a second attempt now, but I don't have any more butter. I used the last of my unsalted butter. But I'm going to bake these, I'm going to see how it is, and they're looking like they're going to be slot. I think I might just bin them or see how they are when they're cool, but I won't decorate them or anything. But it will be good to get the flavour of the butter, because I was quite curious to know how the Earl Grey infused with the butter. I've got 1.5 minutes left and they're not looking anywhere near done. What's annoying is it went against my instinct to not cream the butter and sugar together, to just like incorporate everything, and I thought, okay, but I'll follow their recipe. Slap on the wrist, don't follow the TikTok recipe. You win some, you lose some with baking. It's just not often that I lose some, so when I do, I'm incredibly disheartened. They don't look good. Let's get my lunch together for work anyway tomorrow. I'm feeling lazy lunch tomorrow. Don't really want to do anything proper. I didn't order anything proper for work lunches because I'm only in 1 day this week. That's my timer, let's get them out. Quaker Oats, banana and blueberry fruit fetty. I bought these apples from Ocado. They're like the Kissabel ones. They're red on the inside. They are so waxy, it's like disgusting. It feels so gross. It leaves like a residue on your hand, and I know they wax apples. I know you can clean it off, but they feel like really terrible. These are in the freezer, so I'm not going to put them in till tomorrow, but I'm going to take these steamed dumplings in. That'll be my lunch. I'm actually just going to make a little jar of like a pour over sauce to take in my lunchbox so that I don't have to eat dry dumplings. Some soy sauce, dark soy sauce, teeny bit of sesame oil, loads of hoisin, and then some sesame seeds. And that should be enough. And I'll put some chopsticks in my bag. Choppies. Let's have a look at these cookies then. They look okay, I just think the shape is gone. So some of these ones might be able to take in. The texture is stunning, almost like shortbread. I'm not getting much Earl Grey. This one's broken, so I eat some. Interesting really, because I did 3 tea bags for like just over 100 grams of butter, but I'm wondering if it doesn't infuse properly in the butter, even though it did taste like Earl Grey. It's obviously overpowered by the sugar of the biscuit. Grinding up the Earl Grey leaves, loose leaf, seemed a bit, I don't know, it just looked a bit unpolished, because you'd have all these like black flecks of tea, and I just thought like, how good can it really be eating flecks of tea? I wonder if like making an Earl Grey concentrate would be better, but then you'd have a really wet dough. I don't know how to, I'm not really at that stage where I know how to counteract that. It's quite a delicate biscuit. It reminds me a little bit of a Viennese. I think I'm going to put these on a plate and then I'm going to maybe just leave the rest. I'll decide what to do with them tomorrow, because I can probably just carry on cooking them tomorrow. I think it's probably worth noting as well that I did halve the recipe, which sometimes doesn't always go to plan, because I saw it would make 28 biscuits and I really didn't want 28 biscuits. I just wanted like a calm 14. But I reckon let's try that again on Thursday. I'll just have to eat them at home, won't I? I'm showered, I'm cozy, I'm in my pajamas. You're probably wondering what I'm going to do with the rest of my evening that I've given myself. God, I'm going to read my book, of course. I'm like all tucked under my blanket. I feel like this is not really a good vlogging angle, but who cares? There is just no forgiving angle to lie down on the sofa, and I've had something in my eye for like an hour and it's not coming out, and it's really annoying. I've decided I'm going to read for like 2 hours until Doug's home, basically, because I really want to finish this book and I really haven't had enough time for reading this month. Let me see. I don't think I've even finished a book in November, if I'm completely honest. And that just doesn't resonate with me. Let's have a look and see. Now, I've DNF'd a book. I finished one book in November and it's like nearly the end of the month. So I'm a little bit unhappy with that, but I have got 3 books on the go. So I'm obviously listening to, what's it called? Bound by Ali Hazelwood. I'm reading Burial Rites on my Kindle, which I started like right at the start of the month. And I have actually sped through this, to be fair, but I am reading The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bovolino after the recommendation of someone I know. I was going to get into bed, but I know I'll just fall asleep if I get into bed. This is a fantasy book. It's about a knight and her mage. She's a lady knight, which is very cool. In this world, you are a mage or you're a well. There's other things as well, but that's the characters. So Gray, who is our main protagonist, one of our main protagonists, she is a well, and wells and mages are connected. You like tether to them because a mage will use the well as like a siphon or a conduit or like a power source, because a mage needs magic and the well can like channel the magic. They do that in battle, in life, blah, blah, blah. They have like a deep bond. It's like a very amped up bond where like you would do anything to save your mage or your well. Keir, who's the mage, and Gray, who's the well, they get like a mission or a quest to return a child to an enemy kingdom, like a hostage child basically, and so they embark on the quest together. They go on this quest. It's very dangerous, but Gray has a secret. Keir knows the secret. They have to like protect the secret, and it basically just comes down to a whole bunch of sacrifice. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie, if you are a yearner, this is a romantic book. This is a book for the yearners, like heartbreakingly yearning. I like my men down bad. They're both quite down bad, to be fair, but yeah, I have about this much left. I've taken the dust cover off because I always do, because I tear it up reading it, but I'll put a picture of the cover on screen for you now. And the inside of the book is just stunning. Like all of the little illustrations, there's like lots of this beautiful like medieval imagery. It's like very romantic in style, not just in substance and content, but there's a lot of these like gorgeous maps. Where is it? Like it's just really beautifully done, and the cover is absolutely stunning too. I'm gonna try to see if I can finish this tonight. I'm on page 356 and I don't want to look at the last page just in case I spoil it. I'm trying to see how many pages there are. There's 464 pages, so I think I can get this done. Only like 100 left to go, and I'm gonna crack on with it. I'm not gonna do like a reading vlog because I'm not gonna spoil it for you all in case you want to read it, but it's 8 o'clock now, like bang on, and I'll come back and let you know where I'm at. I'm not gonna lie to you girls, it's slow going. I'm on page 407, but it's really good. I'm just getting distracted. It's like after 9, Doug's on his way home, but it's good, and I don't think this is a standalone. It's not acting like a standalone. Yeah, I've got like 50 pages left. I'll come back if I can remember. I'm out of work. I'm on the bus home, but I'm gonna make a quick stop in town first. I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, happy Tuesday. And in the interest of being fully transparent, I had all these grand plans to come back home and do loads of work. And guess what I did? I went to the pub and I forgot to record anything. The time is 9:43. Silly me. Bought some tempura frozen prawns because I didn't want to cook myself anything. Had a few drinks with a friend and I'm gonna eat these prawns, and I'm gonna eat all 8 of them, girls. Whenever I do these videos, I'm like, oh, I can't show me going to the pub. It's very much a real part of my life. And I saw my best friend tonight and we had a really good yap. I went to Mountain Warehouse after work, so I'll show you some of those bits that I got in a second. And how was my day? My day was all right. I actually got a lot done. I felt really productive. My work day was really good. I feel like I look a bit bedraggled. It's really cold outside. Let me put some good lighting on and then I can show you what I bought. I'm mad as hell because I just thought I was filming my whole haul. I did the whole haul and then I wasn't filming it. So I'm gonna show you what I got from Mountain Warehouse. So I'd
planned to go to Mountain Warehouse this evening after work because it was the only time I'm going to be in town. It's actually Black Friday week when I'm filming this, and I have Fridays off, but I really didn't want to go shopping on Black Friday. For my 30th in January, I'm going to Tromsø in Norway on a special trip with some friends, so that's really exciting, but I am deeply unequipped for lows of -5, and they say lows of -5 on all the weather websites, but everyone that I've looked at in the last year or 2 years that's gone in January has said it's like lows of -10. So I just thought I'd pick up a few bits. I went last week and they had really good Black Friday deals, so I thought I'd go in and just pick up a few things that I needed. So let me show you. I got snow boots. I really saw these and loved them, and they'll double up as walking boots in the UK because I don't actually have any, and we see family quite a lot and go walking. They're really comfortable. This is what I tried on in store. I got an extra discount on them, like a 10% extra. So they were quite inexpensive, about £35. These were half price of any purchase. So I got these for a £5, just 3-pack of walking socks because I don't have any. I probably should have opted for merino socks, but I really didn't want to spend the money on the merino socks. And then I got another layer of thermals. I have a lot of thermals. I want to take 4 sets with me, top and leggings. We're going for 5 days. So I only needed 1 more set. I already have, like I'm wearing them today, like the Uniqlo Heat Tech thermals. So I got a top and a leggings for 20 quid. Leopard print, really nice. I need to try them on, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I wanted the leopard print ones because I only have plain colours. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got a pair of liner, like insulation gloves from Decathlon. These ones are touchscreen, and when you're that cold, you do not want to take off your gloves to go on your phone. So I'll take off my mittens, and then these will be underneath, and they will keep me warm. I've been to a very cold country before, but not for a while, so there's been quite a lot of stocking up I have to do. And then the only thing I have left to buy really is like a neck warmer, like a gaiter, like a snood basically. I already have a wool balaclava. I had one already, but you really need like neck protection. And then I bought a pair of salopettes. They're not really salopettes. They're just like skiing-ish trousers that are waterproof and cold proof last week from Decathlon, like nothing too serious. I think I'll probably end up keeping everything, but I think the salopettes I might sell because I don't have any other cold holidays planned. Doug has like 2 cold holidays next year, so he'll probably keep his skiing trousers, but I don't need to keep mine. I'm really happy with what I got for the prices because I said I didn't want to spend too much money for the cold holiday, but also I don't want to freeze to death. Hello, happy Wednesday. Good evening. I'm feeling bad because I feel like my impromptu pub trip last night has set me back slightly on my editing schedule and has like hindered the quality of the vlog because I didn't vlog anything when I was out because I completely forgot because I was having fun with my friends. But for that, I hope you'll forgive me. It's literally bang on 5 p.m. I am a firm log off at 5 p.m. person, so that's what I'm doing. My fringe looks a little crazy today because I haven't styled it. How was your day? How was my day? My day was okay. I had lots of training to do this afternoon, so that was a bit dull, but quite nice to just sit and watch rather than have to do loads of stuff. Pretty uneventful Wednesday. I really like working from home, especially when it's like beautiful weather because I can just take little walks. I just quite like the solitude. I like being by myself. But yeah, I have plans this evening too. Plans twice in 1 week. I'm seeing Abby again. Been invited to something tonight, which is like right on my street, and I feel really excited about it. But Penguin have invited me to a bookish evening. The book is called To Cage a Wild Bird, and it's by the author Brooke Fast. I've not heard of it before. I believe this is her debut, but it's like an evening with Brooke Fast, and it's in Brighton, so that's really nice because usually all the events I get invited to, which is not loads, but when I do, they're usually in London and they're on a weekday, and it's really hard for me to get up and down in time for work. I don't usually go to a lot of events just because the logistics of it are really difficult for me. I get a lot of nerves going to those events by myself as well, and sometimes you just don't know what they're going to be like. So sometimes they're really big things, sometimes they're really casual, sometimes it's more just like drinks. So I'd rather go to something that's a bit more structured like this, but it's a dystopian themed evening. So I'm just looking at the email, but it includes an author Q&A, drinks with book and proof signings, which is really exciting. And it's at a beautiful place in Brighton called Helm Gallery, which is a really stunning gallery. They have a really good wine selection as well. They said I could have a +1, so Abby's coming with me. So I'm really looking forward to that. It starts at 7, it's 5 now. I've done my makeup on my lunch break, so I'm basically ready. I've just got to style my fringe. I want to eat something, and Abby's coming over a little bit earlier because she wants to try on some of the waterproof trousers that I bought from Mountain Warehouse before she buys her own. So she's going to do that. I'm going to eat some food and finish getting ready and then get changed. It's bitterly cold outside, so I don't know what I'm going to wear, but we'll see. I'm really excited. It's a fantasy book, and I think it's going to be a really nice evening. It's really nice to be able to take Abby to something like this as well, because I would have gone on my own, but she also reads. I just feel like this week is flying by. Don't really know where it's gone. Do you ever feel like you're wishing the time away? I do. I'm not like actively wishing the time away. There's just a lot going on at the moment. I'm having crumpets and Marmite because I don't really want to cook anything right now. I'll have something when I come back. I'm gonna eat this, change my top, and then put my curler on for my hair, I think. I would usually go into work 2 days a week, but I decided to just go in once this week. Got a lot going on at work at the moment and I feel like I focus better when I'm not in office. It used to be the other way around, but I think because I tend to go in on busier days to make like my trip into office worthwhile, people like grab me for a lot more and I get caught up in a lot of like small things and small jobs, so I find it really hard to focus. The office that I work in is quite big, but it's never like full capacity, but when there's quite a lot of people in, it feels really, really busy. It's quite open plan, so you can like hear a lot of people talking and like I find that really distracting. Also, I find it personally really crazy when people just have online back-to-back meetings all day and like don't book any rooms. They just do it in the main office, which is what happens a lot where I work. And I find it really disruptive. Gorgeous. Gonna eat this at my desk. Got my laptop open. Oh, I feel like you can probably hear the radio. Sorry, I always have the radio on. Let me pause it. Right, I scoffed that so quickly. I'm just gonna sort out my fringe. I think I'm gonna put my hair up. I've been really enjoying my hair up lately. Everyone's been like really complimenting my hair lately, which is so lovely to hear. But I've been like really shy about saying it because I don't want to blame the hairdresser. I think it was maybe a miscommunication. But I've literally only just grown out a really, really awful fringe cut. Like probably the worst fringe cut I've ever had in my life. I cried for like hours after I got it done. I feel like quite shy about saying that because I don't like to be rude online. But I grew it out for like 3 weeks. If you saw me wearing like loads of headbands in every single video I did, or like my fringe clipped back, that was why. My hair does look good now. Still a bit funky, like the cut is not great on the fringe, but oh well. I just have to put back the rest of my hair when I do this because otherwise I get every bit tangled up. Look, I burnt my head on my curler as well the other day. It's gotten really dark. I'm using the GHD Rise just because my fringe is so short that that's what's working for me. I think my Dyson barrel's a little bit too big. You could use any kind of hot brush. I was just mulling it over and I think this is the first bookish thing I've gone to, which is really exciting. It'll be my first bookish event. I can tell you now because I didn't mention it at the time because it seemed a bit like, oh, poor me, but not really. I got invited to the Booker Prize shortlisting event in London. Not the final, but the shortlisting event. Isn't that just like the most amazing thing you've ever heard? Also, it's literally like my dream event. But guess what? I couldn't go because it was when I was in Croatia. I was so upset. Like, I cannot begin to tell you. Everyone, like my dad and Doug and everything were like, oh my God, that is so heartbreaking. And I even looked at how much it would be to fly back literally for the evening, like land in London City and go because I wanted to go that badly. It wasn't worth it because it was smack bang in the middle of our trip and obviously we didn't go for that long anyway. But I cannot tell you how devastated I was. I was like so upset that I couldn't go. I really, really wanted to go and that was like the first bookish event that I got invited to. Like the actual Booker Prize invited me themselves. That would have been my first book event that I'd ever gone to and wow, what a bookish event to go to. There's no rhyme or reason how I do this, by the way. I'm just like coping. I'm just dealing with the fact that I've got a wispy fringe for a little bit. I like it to like curl under. I do a little bit of a clip in the middle to just bring everything together. Usually what I try do just to get everything to like hold in place, you know, like set the shape. I'm gonna put my hair up. This earrings in, let's take these AirPods out. They haven't been playing anything for hours. It's just comfy in my ears. These are Nima Rowe ones in. I need to pack a little bag as well. I think we're gonna leave early-ish just so that we're not rushing and running late because that's my worst fear. I was thinking the other day about how I used to be like a really chronically late person. I'm much happier now I'm a punctual person. I think like you can be really prone to lateness. I was, but I think I'd rather be prone to being early now. I do get a bit annoyed when I'm like really early to something because I just think, oh, well, now I've got to wait around. But I got so annoyed when other people were late that I just thought, oh, I can't be doing the same thing. I know it sounds quite harsh, but the way I feel when people are late is that they don't respect my time, especially if they're like repeat offenders. Obviously, if you're late, like on a once off, that's fine. Everyone's late. Do you know what I mean? Things are beyond our control. But you know, the people that are like, I used to have a friend like this that are like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to be late because of like who I am. I just think, oh, you don't respect my time and you don't respect your time. Do you know what I mean? Is that really awful? I'm not like being rude. I think being late is rude. When someone is like repeatedly late, let's say it's like their thing, right? I think they don't respect my time. They don't respect your time. But when I was late, that wasn't the case. It's not that I ever didn't respect anyone's time and that's how I felt. But then I thought, if someone being late is making me feel like that, then I must be making them feel like like that when it's not even true. So why would I risk it? Why would I jeopardize it? Why be late when you can just be early? Obviously, please take that with a pinch of salt. I know there's like so many reasons you can be late that like aren't your fault. I'm talking about repeat offenders or people that use lateness as a personality trait. It's one of those things that really jars me, and it like really stresses me out in friendships when people are like continuously and consistently late with no decent excuse. And that's just like a part of the reason that they're late. They're just late because like, oh, I'm just someone that's always late. You don't have to be. As someone that used to be late all the time, it's really stressful being late all the time. These are not going to shape the same way. Sorry, my rant is over, but I'm just going to powder a little bit more. I'm going to put my hair up in the living room because I really can't do it sat down. I have to do it standing up. You get a better idea of like the shape and how everything works, I think. The momentum of the style. I did post a tutorial for this on TikTok like a couple of days ago. Oh, I feel a bit like nervous. I'm not really nervous. I'm just one of those people that gets nervous about doing things that they've not done before. It's good nerves. It's like excited nerves. It's anticipatory nerves. Sounds really silly, but like I also get a lot of nerves of like showing up somewhere as a content creator. Obviously I'm just like being myself, which is fine, but I'm always quite conscious about like being in spaces as a content creator, like now more than ever, that I guess of like being professional. I don't even think that's the right thing because it's not the same kind of professional that you need to be in like a normal job. But I guess I'm just like conscious of not being rude and being polite and like putting my best foot forward. And that sounds silly because that is actually just stuff that most people would just do. And like not everyone has to like me, and that's fine. I don't know, I'm really scared of someone like leaving an interaction with me and being like, she was awful, like so horrible. I'm not a horrible person, so like I don't think that would happen, but I guess I just get scared of people misconstruing me, but that's just part of it, isn't it? It's not right. I have to redo it. I was overthinking it. I don't know, it sounds really silly to be like I'm scared of people not liking me because again, not everyone's gonna like you and not everyone has to like you, but I think I hate the thought of someone thinking I'm like super different because I'm not super different. I literally like didn't ever used to think of this stuff, but I've got quite a lot of like, I don't like calling it anxiety because it's definitely not anxiety, but I've got a lot of like nerves at the moment around content creation and like being a content creator. I think it's because no one should spend this much time thinking about themselves, talking about themselves or looking at themselves. Quite like a self-absorbed profession by trade. I don't know, it's boring, isn't it, to sit here and talk about myself. I'm such a fan believer of like no one's really thinking about you as much as you think about yourself, and I like say that to people all the time. So how about I practice what I preach? It's not like holding its own, and I used a new hair mask on the weekend when I washed my hair, and I think it's like messing up the texture of my hair. I wonder if I just go hair down. I did it off camera and I'm still not like 100% happy with it, but I do also think this is the best we're gonna get. Will you check the back for me? And if it looks bad, don't tell me because it'll be too late by the time you see this. What do you think? I think it's okay. I'm gonna pack a bag, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I need to just like lock in for a sec. We just stopped for a drink at the White Rabbit. Abby looks so cute. We've got half an hour.
Is a dystopian romance, and it's set inside of a world where all crimes, no matter how small, are punishable by a sentence at a prison where wealthy visitors pay for it. So, forbidden love, a lot of newfound friendships, but I'd call it a cross between sort of the Hunger Games and Prison Break with a really strong romance.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy the end of my working week. Softly lit by the glow of my computer, which I'm literally just about to shut down because it's bang on 5 o'clock. That burn on my head is so dark and I look so tired today. I feel like this lighting isn't very flattering. How was my day? My day was good, actually. I had a couple of meetings, but also quite a lot of time to just wrap up for the week. I try to keep my Thursdays quite free. Had a lot of like meeting minutes and stuff to do today, so I just cracked on with that, and it's been a nice rainy November day outside, so I've been quite cozy. I am feeling a little bit tired. I never logged on last night because I didn't realise when I came home that Doug had gone to bed. I got home quite late. The event ran from 7 till 9 and then me and Abby went for a drink. So he was already in bed, so I didn't like log on and film because I didn't want to disturb him and be loud in the flat. The event was so fun last night. It was really nice to meet Brooke. The book actually got released in the UK today. Obviously it will be out long by the time you watch this. But it was really nice to do the night before, and we all got proof copies, which I'll show you in a bit because we got a little tote bag. Like I was saying, I've not actually been to a bookish event, and this one was organised by the Reading Room Book Club, which is a local Brighton book club. So it was like in collaboration with them and Wayward Books. Wayward Books are like an offshoot of Penguin that do exclusively fantasy romance. So I don't really know what to expect, but it was a really nice, intimate evening, and it was at Helm Gallery, which is beautiful. It's really nice there. And there was like tasks. It was like a themed evening, so it was kind of like a escape roomy vibe. So each table you were on had a task, and it was all to do with the book and Endlock Prison. So we got to like meet the people on our tables, which was really nice. There was a lot of socialising, and all the book girlies are just like really friendly. I met loads of local book girlies, which is really nice because I've been struggling to find book clubs in Brighton because a lot of them are word of mouth. So I met the organiser for that, and then I made a couple of new friends. We got to speak to Brooke. She did a little Q&A, so it's really interesting to hear about her book. I'm actually really looking forward to reading it. If you loved like Divergent or The Hunger Games, or like 2010s dystopian young adult fiction, it's like that but for grown-ups basically. And the proofs we got are just so beautiful. I'll show you in a sec. I'm a bit tired, to be honest, because 2 late nights in a row, unlike me, but it's the end of my week now, so that's absolutely fine. Sorry, I feel like Tuesday and Wednesday were bad vlogging of me because I didn't want to film loads of people at the event last night, and I was just having so much fun. I wanted to be present. I got a little bit of footage, but not loads. I've made a bit of a list of things I want to do like tonight and over the weekend and tomorrow, so I'm just gonna like work my way through them. I actually feel really called to do some editing for once in my life. I like always put off editing, but the idea is still fresh in my head, so even though it's 5:05, I'm going to sit down and do a little bit of editing. And then I like to do, it's not really like a Friday night reset, but obviously it's my Friday night, so I like to do a little bit of a Friday night just to recalibrate. But I am going to do some working this evening. Let's turn this laptop off before someone tries to get me with anything last minute. I'm perched on the sofa, laptop in hand. I'm going to make a cup of tea in a minute. I have an ad that I need to schedule for tomorrow morning that's going live tomorrow morning, which I found out today, which is really nice. That all got like finally approved by the brand. So I'm going to schedule that, and then I'm going to do some editing. I don't have long left, so I think I'll be editing for like half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I think that's really manageable. I'm not hungry yet because I had my lunch really late. I had my lunch at like 2:30 p.m, 3 p.m. So yeah, actually let's make a cup of tea first. Hello, so I'm all showered. I did my LED light mask because I didn't do it this morning. I usually do it in the morning. I'm all cozied up on the sofa. I wanted to film my November reading wrap up tomorrow because it's so nearly the end of the month. But I have 4 books that I am like 90% finished on all of them. So I finished my audiobook today, Bound by Ali Hazelwood. I had 18 minutes left on that. I just thought I'd sit down and finish The Veiled Woman by Anais Nin. I'll talk about that in a second. And then I think I have 70% left on Burial Rites on my Kindle, and then I have less than 50 pages left to finish of The Second Death of Locke because I didn't end up finishing it the other night. I think I've read 1 book this whole month, but it will be 5, hopefully by the end of tonight. But I don't know if I will finish them tonight because also after that I then have to type up my thoughts into like bullet points, and that usually takes me a really long period of time, and I have a cracking headache. I don't know if I'll read tonight and get that done and then make an attempt to type it up or do some other kind of work because I have video editing that can be done. But then I could edit all day Saturday, to be fair, because I haven't got much in. I picked this up quite recently at City Books in Brighton, and I've never read any Anais Nin, and I thought this was a really good kind of short accessible way. So The Veiled Woman is a collection of 4 stories. Yeah, it says in the beginning, in the early 1940s, Anais Nin began writing erotica at $1 a page for an unnamed collector, and these pieces were later published in the 1970s. Some of these stories were featured in The Delta of Venus, which I think is one of her most famous books. But I'm not really sure what to think. So it's definitely like
erotica. These stories detail 4 people searching for satisfaction from sexual encounters, and it explores desire. And I will say it's quite a fruitless search for satisfaction because none of the characters ever feel fully satisfied. It's definitely of the time. The writing style is not how we like know erotica today. Very interesting. There was a section where it said moaned like a pigeon. I don't think that's very sexy. I'm not sure like what I would rate this. I feel like I need more context of how other reads and how other works. I think this is very much a product of the time because in the 40s, this was very, very progressive and huge steps in terms of women writing. I feel like in the 40s, the literature space was hugely dominated by men. So I think this is quite revolutionary for the time. It's very interesting and I do think it stands up today. It's very, very vivid. There's a lot of quite intense imagery and quite specific language. I don't really think there is like a sense of sensuality to this. I don't know. I think maybe it is just the time of the book that it was written. And most of the bad reviews I see are people that haven't done their research, because I can imagine this is quite shocking if you just pick it up and don't realise that it's very, very explicit. But I don't know, it lacks a certain sensuality. I think maybe it's because it is so explicit. It's very carnal and it does feel very opulent. There is like a sexy quality to it in a way that I don't want to say feels performative because it's not performative, but it has an element of like performance and showmanship to it. Performative in like a burlesque way, because in the last one I just read, she's as opulent as a burlesque queen. There's a bit of like glamour to each story. Don't really know how to explain it. I probably need to have a think about it. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I really want the Penguin Modern box set. I'm going to ask for that for Christmas, maybe for my dad or from Doug. I thought while we're on books as well, I'll show you the proof that I got last night. Isn't it gorgeous? To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. The back has loads of quotes on it. Really, really nice. The cover is actually really cute as well, but I'm really happy that I got this one. I think this is my first proof. And then it's signed on the inside, which is so nice. Yeah, uncorrected proof copy. And then I got a tote bag, which is up hanging somewhere. And it came with a Wayward bookmark. I always need more bookmarks. It came with a bookmark with the information on it. And they're doing a read-along challenge, like a tandem reading. This nice little flyer from the Reading Room Club. Yeah, just very well thought out, really nice evening. I do want to read this. I'm hoping to do it before the end of the year, but I don't know if I will. The font's quite big, so maybe I will get through it. I don't want to flick to the end too much, but 398 pages. It's going to be a 4-part series. She said that the second book is with the editor, I think. So I might try leave it a bit longer till the second one's out, but who knows, because I don't actually want to leave it too long, do I? You know what I'm like. It's already 6:45. I don't know where the time's gone. I won't lie, I'm really on a roll. I've just been editing and I've just finished like quite a big chunk of something. Well, finished a video, which is fab. Still have a really bad headache, but I literally only just got up to actually take some ibuprofen. So I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna start my food anyway. I'm clearing my way through the freezer because I really need to defrost it. It like barely closes. We left it open, I think overnight, and everything was fine in it. Like nothing was like really defrosted. But there was so much water on the floor and it was so icy that I had to like get a hammer and get rid of loads of it before it would close again. So I just want to defrost it properly. I have this green pasta sauce that I made. So I'm just gonna defrost that and then put some pasta on to boil. I thought I had rigatoni, but I don't. So I'm actually gonna have it with spaghetti. I made that pasta sauce by sauteing some leeks, I think, and then I blanched some spinach and a bunch of cavolo nero, all of it in a blender with some roasted garlic and some nutritional yeast and a bit of parmesan, and I don't think I did any like cream or creme fraiche in this one, or maybe I did. Basically like some soft cheese if you fancy, you don't have to. Loads of olive oil, loads of lemon, and then because I made way too much, you can bulk it out with like loads of spinach. It's really high protein. Oh, and I put some edamame beans in it. I don't do macros or anything, but I think it's really high protein because it's got so much protein dense stuff in it. I mean high in protein for a vegetarian meal, right? Oh, maybe I put some feta in it as well. I basically just put what I had in the fridge in it and then I froze it. It's really nice if you put silken tofu in it as well, but I didn't have any. I've just kept back some of the pasta water and that's my timer. I find sometimes when you reheat sauces or like defrost them, they can be a bit thicker than you would like. So I just keep back some of the starchy water because it helps just bind everything. I'm just gonna leave that on the side for a moment and turn down the heat. I feel a bit unwell. I don't actually feel like actually unwell. I think I'm just a bit chilly and cold. I'm a really big baby about being cold, and I have had the heating on for so much of today, but clearly it's not enough. Can I put anything else with this? I might just do a side dish with a little bit of tomato. For something fresh, to get some veggies. I'll only have one, I'll just have it on the side. This is the most efficient way for storing sauces, 100%, but I really don't like it, like getting them out, because I always make a mess. And where is my spatula? This drawer is crazy. And do you know what? I've planned it. In the new year, I have loads of improvements I want to make for the kitchen. We have too much stuff. It's my fault. I cook too much. I buy too much kitchen stuff. I'm passionate about it. What can I say? And I'm a stuff person. I have a lot of stuff. I don't live a minimalist life, but I would like to make our kitchen more functional. Things aren't organized properly. Things aren't stacked correctly. There's definitely stuff that we can cull or donate that we don't need, like tools that we've bought cheaply that we've replaced. Recently got like a bunch of new kitchen appliances. We'll wash this and reuse it because plastic. We are renting and we have a really small kitchen, and I just don't think the space is maximized. So I want to do a series, definitely on TikTok, but I'll probably do it in like a few YouTube videos as like part of a vlog. I want to start working on making my kitchen more functional, and I want to take you with me. Right, we're gonna pour the pasta water in and put the sauce on the hob. Not all of it, just see how we go. Because I want to get a pegboard for the wall and basically hang nearly everything that's in that junk drawer. Not junk drawer, but like the big tools drawer, because nearly everything we've got has a hole in it and loads of it can be hung. Just small improvements like that to make it more of a functional, enjoyable kitchen to use, because I kind of know where everything is. Doug has a good idea of where everything is, but I think he finds it quite stressful. He doesn't really like cooking that much and being in the kitchen too much. Then also it's just like begging for an accident to happen when we've got like mandolins hanging loose in drawers, and I don't vibe with it. Right, heat that through. It's nice and loose. I've gone for quite like a loose consistency, but you can cook it down. There's too much sauce in here, like if I'm completely honest. Sauce in there, that was the first one I portioned out, so I didn't do it very well. Yeah, like we want to get a knife strip for the wall because we've got too many knives now, and we've got loads of steel cutlery. I'm gonna get a pegboard. I want to make it pink. So our kitchen is stainless steel, quite neutral, but we've got a pink air fryer and I've got a pink apron, and we like a colourful home, so we're gonna make the pegboard pink. All of that kind of stuff, you know? So yeah, I think I'm gonna start that in the New Year's. I basically just wanna work on like decluttering the home. I'm feeling that like end of year pinch where there's just stuff everywhere. God, I love green food. I love green pasta, like green risotto. This would be really nice as a risotto, actually. You could cook the sauce into it. It's great with orzo. It's a fabulous pasta salad. It's great if you don't like pesto. Looks kind of ugly. I think some people don't like green food. I can never plate up pasta nicely. I try do this like twisty thing, but it just never really works. This always looks really monstrous whenever I plate up. It's like giving Shrek. I'm gonna do a drizzle of olive oil. When I had some feta in, I did like some crumbly feta and then some walnuts on top, and that was really nice, like coarsely chopped walnuts. I feel like spinach walnuts, it's like pesto adjacent. And then just a shit ton of cheese. You could zest a lemon on top as well if you wanted a bit more colour. Batch making a pasta sauce and putting it in the freezer, I'm just gonna keep going till this is gone, is my favourite thing in the whole entire world. I eat as much pasta as I want, to be honest, but my thing is like on a Thursday when I finish work and I'm feeling like really tired from the week and really sluggish, I always want something really, really comforting, and I used to get takeaway every Thursday night and I stopped doing that. So I go for a big fat bowl of pasta instead. That looks amazing. Let me get my phone and take a picture of it. I know I said I was gonna try those Lindsay cookie again tonight, but like I literally just can't be arsed. I don't want to. I'm gonna do it on Sunday because we're putting the tree up. That's a bad picture. I can't take photos of food. What do you think? Do you think it looks nice? I'm just gonna put these tomatoes on the side. Me and Doug have been like ships passing in the night this week because I was out 2 nights he was home, and he's out the 2 nights I'm home. So he's out snooker again. He's really good at playing snooker and I never play with him because it's literally no fun for me. Pasta on the sofa. Dying because I didn't actually realise I had like pasta sauce all over my chin. It's like loads of green stuff in my teeth too. Doug's on his way home, which is really nice because he usually plays pool a lot later. Snooker, pool. Sorry, I use the terms interchangeably. He's playing snooker. I've just been doing a little bit of video planning. I usually use my Thursday night to plan what work I'm going to do on Friday. So I'm going to try tomorrow to get 2 YouTube videos filmed and 3 TikToks, which normally would be quite doable, but they're both quite long YouTube videos. And also we're dog sitting this weekend, so I don't know if you've ever met my dad's dog. I've put her in some vlogs before, but not many. She's called Jerry, and dad's dropping her over at like 10 a.m, so they're going to stop him for a coffee. I'm not going to be able to get any filming done before they're here. I can be an early riser, but I'm not going to be like ready and in a filming state. They won't stay very long, and then I've got Jerry all day, and I find it really hard to film with her because I just want to like sit on the sofa and cuddle with her. Last time she was here, I had 2 naps with her in one day. We were on the bed and we both just fell asleep. So I'm gonna try get that done, and then the only thing I have left to do now, really, I could do more, but I just don't think I'm gonna. But all I've got left to do is make a thumbnail. I've got to make a thumbnail and export a video and upload it to YouTube. I feel like I've done quite a lot. I feel really productive today. I'm very happy with what I've achieved. I edited 3 TikToks and scheduled them earlier as well, and I was doing that little editing stint. They were quite easy ones to do. So this is pretty good going for me. I'm not usually this productive in one evening. I feel like I'm on a good roll, so I like want to carry on working, but I don't think I will. And luckily, actually, for these videos that I'm filming tomorrow, I don't really need to like do much prep. Hello, I missed you. Oh my God, you're home. It's such good timing because I showered and got into my pajamas and just finished my dinner, and I'm all cozy, ready to watch our show.
Perfect.
I'm just making us a tea. We're gonna watch our show, I think, just one episode. I think there's only one episode out. We're watching Pluribus on Apple TV. It's really good. It's got the woman from Better Call Saul in it. I never watched it, but I know her. I'm having a Yorkshire bedtime, even though it's not bedtime, it's like 9 o'clock. Well, it's nearly bedtime, and Doug's gonna have peppermint because we've run out of buttermint. I organised my tea cupboard last week and it's feeling so good. Really nice to be able to like clearly see everything. I'm gonna put a bit of milk in mine because I want a milky tea. I got this beautiful little ceramic dish, like handmade one in Japan. It's got this gorgeous like bronze glaze on it. You can't really see. It's like swirly and it's kind of textured, but not in a way that makes me cringe. You know, like sometimes pottery can be a bit rough. Yeah, it's got like a fired bronze thing, and we use it as our little tea bag catcher. So we have it by the kettle, and every time I look at it, it makes me so happy. I just think, oh, that's gorgeous. And it's like so fit for purpose.